Hi, I'm Mary Geller, and I'm the Vice President for Student Development. So my story in regard to how I got into student affairs is I was in housing. I was an RA for 3 years. I had a wonderful mentor. When I was a senior, she asked me if I had ever considered going into student affairs as a field. And until she had asked me, I never even knew that it was a field, a career, an area of study. And so she helped me research graduate institutions. And our associate housing director at the time had just come from Bowling Green State University. And he held that program in high regard. And when I looked at it against other programs, it looked like it was great. So I applied, and 2 weeks before I graduated, found out that I got into the master's program at Bowling Green. And so I found myself moving out to Ohio, and I had my externship at the University of Toledo, and I was out there for 2 years, and it was a fantastic experience. I really enjoyed my academic experience studying higher education and student affairs. A lot of times people ask what my day is like. One of the things that I enjoy about this field, and one of the reasons I went into it, is I knew it wouldn't be the same every day. I like fast pace, I like change, and I get that every day in this job. Even though I've been in the field for over 20 years, every year a new cohort of students comes in with a different set of experiences. The signs and the times change, and so we have to be fleet of foot in responding to that. So it's really exciting, and you can't just say, we're just going to take what we did last year and do it this year. Sometimes that works, but more often than not, you're constantly tweaking things and making things better or more relevant to the students who are enrolled in college at the time. But my typical day, I spend, as Vice President for Student Affairs, I spend a lot of time in meetings. My job is to be the strategic planner. I work with all the budgets. I represent the whole division to the President and the President's Cabinet to make sure that we're getting the right resources we need to do the programs that we need to develop students and help them reach their full potential. I'd have to say several things. The first is it's the sense of place. I am in the right place for my personality and my beliefs, and I think if you're in student affairs, you need to find an institution whose values and mission you believe in wholeheartedly, because that alone will make it easier to do your work. So what I like most about my job is I'm at an institution that I really believe in, and I do believe that we can provide an incredible liberal arts, residential experience for women. If you're a student who may be interested in student affairs, there's a couple of things I could maybe, that I would suggest. One is try and get as broad-based experience you can in student affairs. Try not to just be in residence life or student activities or career. Student affairs really is a generalist position. You need to be able to know a whole spectrum of ideas, and you need to have a whole set of tools in order to do this. My other piece of advice would be to really take time to research your master's program. You really do need a master's degree, I think, to work in this field. You need to understand the theory that is behind the practice so that you're grounded in what you're doing. So find a master's program that works for you and try and get a broad swath of experience so that you can become a generalist before you become a specialist. I'm happy to talk about careers in student affairs at any time. If you're interested in contacting me, I can be reached at 363-5601 or through my email at mgeller, Geller, at CSB SJU. Thanks. I'm Mary Geller, and this is Real Life. I'm in Student Affairs.